Deca Debrief. My name is Sam.
And my name is Zenyado.
And so here we are after a very long break. For those who randomly dropped in, Deca Debrief is a community-based podcast centered around Realm of the Mad God, a free-to-play, permadeath, bullet hell, MMORPG, RNG-based flash game. Woo! Patreon. We have a Patreon. Special thanks to everyone who's donated on our Patreon so far for helping to keep our show alive. Which it really isn't. But you know, we have our sponsors. We have A-Trappers Ideas, Discord, and Voidshade Hunters. The number of partners has gone down due to a lot of servers being discontinued. So if you're interested in partnering with us, send us an email or DM me on Discord. Now that our plugs are out of the way, let's dive into our episode. So, first question, very standard. How did you start playing Realm?
Well, I really just found it on the free game section in Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people found Realm through. They just kind of, look around online, oh, free online multiplayer games, and then boom, Realm's right there.
I mean, yeah, it looked cool to me. It was fun, and I kind of got addicted to it for a while, but yeah, still fun.
Are you still addicted to it?
Kinda. I mean, not as
what
addicted as I used to. I mean, kind of is that, sure, it's the game I play the most now, but Realm was the only thing I did for a while.
Mm-hmm. It's like shooting heroin, except now that you're only kind of addicted, you only kind of shoot up heroin.
Yeah, kind of.
A whole shot, it's only like half a shot or something.
I mean, white bags are like, oof.
Oh, white bags.
Yeah.
Filled with that white powder. Let's go.
Yeah.
What made you want to start making content for Realm?
Well, it was really just a thing of like, I play this game a lot, and I know how to edit. So I mean, hey, why not? Why not try something new?
I understand that you were quite proficient in video editing before making content for Realm. Like you said, you were editing for 7 years?
Yeah.
So why did you originally start editing?
Well, it was really just to make YouTube videos because I thought that was a fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm. What kind of YouTube videos did you make?
Well, it was I've earlier done Let's Plays and other edited kind of videos, just funny montages and other stuff like that. I'm glad I deleted that stuff because I find it so cringy nowadays.
Funny montages for
the games that we're playing. Or yeah, for Team Fortress 2 and League of Legends.
What about Overwatch?
I don't know, I wasn't really into making videos during my time playing Overwatch.
Oh, really? But, your whole username is based off of Overwatch.
I know, but that's mainly because I like using the same alias, so I enjoy using it more, I use Zenyado on Steam, I use it on, other platforms as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a name now. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my alias of, Seawolf Girl, but in Realm it's CW Girl, because it can't fit the character limit.
Yeah.
Do you still have those montages, or are they kind of, completely...
I think I deleted them because I was so embarrassed with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You never know though, in 30 years? No, in let's say 50 years, you're sitting on a rocking chair with 2 grandkids on your knees and you're like, hey, this is my old YouTube channel, why don't you check it out?
Oh no, I mean I was 15.
You make montages like me.
I mean, I looked back at them 2 years ago when I was 17 and I just died of cringe because I hated the thing I did back then.
I mean, I feel like when you're 17 you die of everything you did in your previous years. But when you're an adult, you still cringe a little bit, but you're like, haha, I was an idiot, and you find it funny.
Yeah, exactly, but I don't know.
So, next question. What's your process in making a video? How do you come up with the ideas? How do you make the thing? What's your step-by-step?
Well, first it's really just coming up with an idea, which either I get from oh, hey, this person did a pretty cool format for a video. Maybe I should try that out. Mm-hmm. Or I come up with something myself, hey, I think this would be a fun thing to do, so hey, why not? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it's the recording bit of either gameplay, my voiceover or whatever, and then it's the editing, which usually takes way longer than it should because I'm very stubborn when it comes to my editing. Mm-hmm. I just want the most. I mean, if I'm upset with something or something bothers me in the editing, I'm just gonna redo all of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like you have a very distinct editing style, and it seems like it would be very labor intensive, which is something that scares me from video editing entirely. Because, I can barely work on this, which is so easy. It's just audio.
I mean, because for me, it's I have to choose between hey, do I want to like talk to my friends on Discord or like in real life, or do I want to spend my time just sitting isolated and editing?
I mean, I feel like if you play Realm, you're automatically fated to just being isolated.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I found a girlfriend for it, so hey, I mean, that's cool.
Ooh, nice. How long has that been going on?
For like, well, I met her during New Year's, so I guess for a bit.
Ooh, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your short-term and long-term goals for your channel?
I mean, I probably will do videos for as long as I can. I mean, it's like the main thing I enjoy doing right now. Unless something like big happens, I don't think I will stop making YouTube videos.
Do you have any like videos you're working on currently that you would find super interesting to do in the future or like whatnot?
Well, I mean, I did think of making like some continuations on some like one-offs I did on my channel currently, like my What the Heck is a Mystic, which is probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done, and I think I maybe want to do one for another class. And then also, well, I'm making also some videos for other games now as well, just because I enjoy having some like variety in the games I like spend my time on.
Would you ever move off of Realm in the future, or do you think this is going to be purely a Realm-centric channel?
Realm, I still really enjoy playing Realm. I don't see myself quitting anytime soon. And I probably won't. And especially when the Unity client comes out, I definitely will play more. So yeah, I think for this foreseeable future, yeah, I will stick to Realm most of the time.
What do you think about like the whole Unity port? Because, you know, Deca's released like a couple teaser videos and such like that, but we also have no idea what the heck is going on, like when it'll be released, sort of, because they said 2019, but it's 2019.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on one hand, really excited because, I mean, moving it from Flash is just a good thing in general.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like they've said that they're gonna add a ton more content now when the Unity comes out, since, you know, adding more stuff on Flash there's not really any point to it. But yeah, I'm just excited, but I'm also kind of scared that it will not be like as I expect.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna majorly change up the UI? Because I know that's like a little bit of a controversy that some people don't like the new UI that they teased out.
I mean, UI isn't really that big of a deal for me. In the teasers, they look pretty alright, actually, for me. And especially the way you can, like, move the cursor and, like, you know, it extends the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like that idea, but yeah, I can see how some people don't find that very appealing or fun.
So what about, like, short-term, long-term goals for Realm? Like, do you have any sort of goals that you want to achieve? Because, like, right now, I achieved my long-term goal of getting to SBC, but I still realize that I'm still really shitty of a player. So I have my long-term goal of like actually getting good, which probably won't happen given the time that I put into Realm. But like, do you have any like similar goals or anything like that?
I kind of just feel like I've almost at the top. Like, sure, I say I suck in my videos, but I do actually consider myself kind of good at the game, at least. I'm already White Star, already have pretty much all the stuff I want in the game, and I mean, at this point, it's kind of just enjoying like making new characters and
Would you
BVs
say
or
you're
whatnot.
like BTL level?
What?
BTL level?
Wait, what's that?
There's this one player on Realm. There's probably a bunch like him, but he's very well known because he does a bunch of like, he uploads a bunch of crazy videos, like him doing NBC solo petless and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like just really insane stuff. Like his videos are actually very fun to watch because it's like, huh, I can't do that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm at that level. I would just say like I'm pretty decent, at least, at the game.
Yeah, you can make a living for yourself in Realm, whatever that means. So, Deca's been pushing a lot of updates at us recently, which we mentioned earlier. You know, there's a whole Unity port, and they said they were going to release a lot of content there, but they've also been releasing a lot of content right now, such as, you know, like the Cursed Library, the Crystal Caves in public testing, and like the heroic undead layers and abysses. How do you feel about these updates?
I mean, I personally really like the library because it adds lore, and I'm just kind of a sucker for lore when it comes to some games.
Like the Realm Eye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eye that is in there. I really like that idea.
With like 150 lines of text about lore. Awesome.
I mean,
So, I take it that Cursed Library is your favorite?
yeah, it's my favorite, yeah.
What would be like your second and why?
Well, I really like the Heroic Undead Lair because I can get like the Necro set is my favorite ST set, and what I've seen, the dungeon drops like all the ST items. So if there's an easier way to farm for that goddamn skull. I'm just happy about it.
So, Heroic Dungeons, in case anybody listening has never heard before, it's basically a beefed up version of the current Godland dungeons we have right now. Currently, only the Undead Lair has a Heroic Dungeon in PT. But, you know, it's just intense, and they release, like, greater stat pots, like greater whiz pots, whatever it's called. And I think they have increased loot drop percentages.
Yeah.
So do you think that the risk-reward ratio is fair? Because I know a lot of people are just like, oh, you could just run 2 UDLs so much quicker, and it's, you know, you get the same amount, you know. How do you feel about it?
I mean, for what I've done quite a few, and I think like the drop rates are fairly alright. I mean, I've gotten like quite a few. I mean, I've gotten a few Doom Wheels, and I've also gotten 2 parts of the ST set, so I honestly think the risk is worth it, for me at least. Since I don't find it that disheartening that a dungeon takes long if it means I have a better chance at loot. Say it like that.
I understand that a lot of people are popping from them, like dying really quickly. I haven't run them too much. I only ran them in public testing, but I had a very panicked moment when I realized the slimes actually chase you.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed that. That scared me a lot as well. It's like, Jesus, I get so scared.
Yeah. Like, so Abbeys are my worst dungeon. Like, I hate Abbeys. I can't run them for my life. And the day they release Heroic Abbeys, I think is going to be the day that I lose all my characters.
Yeah, well, Abysses are like, they're... as long as you play melee, I think they're really easy. They get pretty rushable. On the note of Heroic Dungeons, so I noticed that there's a stacked shot bug in the UDL one during the boss, because one of my like 8/8s got insta-popped from nowhere because one of those confused scouts had like they were stacked shots.
Oh my god.
I've heard that bug was in the testing, but I mean like...
Deca.
Yeah, I know, it's just like, you just got popped instantly, and it lost like rare stuff on it, and I got kind of sad. But hey, kiss make a new one, I guess.
Deca, come on, please. So what about, I know a lot of people are upset that it costs gold to open them as well. Like, it's not just I'm still not sure about like the whole process to open it. It's just like you have a key and then you open it when you find the actual dungeon, or is it like,
I mean, it would just be kind of simpler to just have a key for it. Yeah, and like, you know, I mean, paying for it then, I guess then would be understandable because, you know, it's a key. And like, if you could find the dungeon, like, sure, like Septavius sometimes drops a key to the heroic one. I mean, sure, that's fine. But I mean, the incantation just seems like a weird workaround, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like kind of a weird... I don't know, Realma's implementing like a lot of things that are different. That was very vague.
I mean, I don't really get the point of the, like, vault chest and character slots, coupons or whatever.
Oh yeah, like, I didn't do like any of my logins, so I didn't get anything, but it's kind of funky.
I don't really get the point of them, though.
How'd you feel about the Matrix? You know, the dungeon.
Oh, the machine.
Oh, not the Matrix. The machine, yeah. How do you feel about the machine?
The machine is, I would say, it's pretty fun. I mean, you can get a ton, like, vanity whites and, like, a joke, as T said. I mean, I also think the dungeon itself is fairly good and fun to do. I mean, it's kind of just like a boss.
I liked it because it was very cheeky, you know, like...
Yeah.
It was
I mean, you kind of, like...
It was like, we are the servers. I don't know, something about it was just so funny to me. I felt like Deca was kind of insulting themselves and the salt of the community.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of poking fun at their, like, servers being complete garbage. But,
yeah, I mean, potato servers.
Yeah.
SMH, Deca. So, I know we were talking about this a little bit earlier. What are your opinions on the Realm economy? Because I know we were talking a little bit about the private server economy is kind of, you know, abysmal. But what about Realm itself?
Well, I don't think Realm's economy is that much better, honestly. I mean, like, sure, there's, like, mainly due to, like, quantity of, like, most items have gone up, like, way more, and making items, like, you have to pay 14 life for a Deca nowadays. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't trade much, so I don't like get too much into it. But yeah, I don't think the economy is that much because like I remember the good old days where like like a sky splitter was like one life
Oh, yeah.
and stuff.
Do you feel like there's anything that needs tweaks in the economy, or should it just live on its own and thrive as is?
It would be cool if they made like a way to like maybe lower the prices, so that would like make it so you have to like decrease drop chances like and stuff. I mean, I probably just think it's best to let it thrive because I don't have like no clue how to like effectively in like a fair way just like fix the economy.
I don't trade that much either, so it's kind of been like, yeah, realm economy's messed up. I hear a lot of you guys complaining about it. Just get your own stuff. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
So, have you been running any servers lately? Because I feel like a lot of them died. And by a lot, I mean almost all of them. It's very sad.
I mean, I've pretty much just been like, well, you mean Lost Halls run, right?
I mean,
Or
I guess Lost Halls, but just like any server at all.
well, yeah, it's mostly like just pub halls and stuff I've been doing.
I was really sad because Lost Boys had a
Yeah,
revival, and Surfy, or Isabel as he goes
Yeah.
by now, had a whatchamacallit?
yeah, he had like a project that got like in way of everything, and now he just kind of lost all.
Yeah, Lost Boys 2.0, and then now he's letting it die off
Yeah,
again.
now he just lost all interest in Realm, and it's not happening.
It was sad. I was so excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, I led a few runs, like test runs during its revival, and like, I don't know, I want to run. I would like want to lead some runs. I mean, I just find it fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, Lost Boys was kind of, because I found it like a good middle ground between places like SBC and pub halls. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
anybody can run them, but it's not like it's so elitist that you need like 60,000 8/8s and like 42K fame per
Yeah.
character or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a good player, so every time I run SBC, I'm like, oh my god, are they judging me right now? Like, very silly concerns I have. But Lost Boys was like, oh, okay, like, this is good. But
Yeah.
now it's dead.
But the main thing about like, I really like Lost Boys because like I personally find like other Lost Halls discords to be kind of toxic.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, did you run MCH at all?
No, I did not.
So, how did you feel about its death? Were you just like, oh yeah, it was coming?
I mean, I was like, oh hey, it's dead now. I guess. I mean, I wasn't really involved with it whatsoever, so I had like no clue. Like, oh, it's dead. Okay.
So they were kind of like the pioneers of the room skipping system, in which in Lost Halls, like, they skip orcses and slimes and whatnot, and they just rush past, so it's much quicker. And I understand that Pub Halls is now implementing it into their runs. How do you feel about it? Do you prefer clearing, or do you like the partial room skips, or like the full room skips?
I do enjoy the partial room skips. Since, well, if you just skip like Rick's rooms and statue rooms, I think those are pretty fine to just
Yeah.
skip. But I mean, it's just like one crusade can ruin everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's the thing I'm mostly scared about. So I overall find clearing the best, but I mean, hey, like Lost Halls does take some time to do. So I mean, a bit. If you save up a little bit, I mean, it doesn't hurt to maybe just put a little bit more risk in it, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I love Crusades, so partial skips are my favorite because, I don't really love orcs or statues, so skipping that is fine. But when it comes to Crusades, oh, you best know that I love hitting those boys.
Yeah, the Crusades they're pretty fun to deal with, but I mean, yeah, it's a risk whenever you run into them.
But it's like a fun risk.
Yeah.
Lost Halls, go run them if you don't.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Okay, so this is a hot topic. So everyone listening, calm your horses. Keep in mind that everyone is allowed to have an opinion, LXD. But what is your opinion on hacking in Realm of the Mad God?
It's kind of like a rule for me that I don't really like condone hacking like in any kind of game. I mean, sure, some hacks might be harmless for the most of the community, but I mean, like, if you just get an advantage over someone else who doesn't run them, I just feel like it's kind of a bit of a rude thing to do. Mm-hmm. Just like, sure, you have those like, oh, just auto-nexus, but like, I mean, auto-nexus and stuff, like, I can see why people use them, but I mean, like, it kind of ruins the point of the game for me if I just can never die. And then you also have the
dying here.
Yeah, then you also have like the glitches. Well, no, the hacks like duping, which directly hurts the game and the economy.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, you just like, I don't like hacking in general.
Yeah, me neither. But like a lot of people, they hold the opinion that hacking doesn't directly hurt anybody. So it's like, why not do it? It just makes it more fun. Or it's like there's a whole like party that's like, oh, I only use it against lag, but then they start using the other featers, and then they start
exactly. That's
snowballing.
Because I can see, like, because it's very tempting. Like, you have this thing, then why not go for this thing? Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like it's a temptation that is like not worth like going for.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's like, hey, anti-lag. Oh wait, but what about debuffs? Oh, auto nexus. Oh my god, so many options. So great.
Yeah.
It's like drugs. Don't take gateway drugs, or else you'll become a crack addict in the streets, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That's absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a slippery slide when it comes to it.
Are you familiar with the server maximum efficiency?
No. I've heard of the name, but I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, I haven't run it or anything yet, but I hear that, like, let's say you die in one of the runs, then the RLs would be like, oh, why don't you hack? How did you die? You're so bad. And, like that kind of environment there. It's like,
yeah,
that doesn't belong in Realm, my friends.
No, I don't think that. Like, the community is a bit like, like as it is. I mean, like, you just kind of use promoting that is like, I don't think that's a good idea whatsoever. Mm-hmm.
Realm commodity. Realm community in general is like a little questionable.
It's a little toxic, I have to admit, but I still like just hanging around in it.
Mm-hmm. How's your YouTube community? Would you say it's pretty toxic, or would you say it's more on the lighter side?
I mean, I like my own YouTube community. I mean, they just like comment like, hey, you're really good, and like, hey, I like your videos, and I'm like, I'm just really happy about it, honestly.
That's good. Have you ever gotten like crazy hate before, or?
No, the worst I've gotten was like one comment was like, meme edits are unfunny and bullshit. I mean, like, that's the only like real hate I've ever gotten.
Yeah, and that's like, complete bull, so.
I mean, like, that's your own opinion, but sure.
So it's like complete bull.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry to whoever said that.
I mean, that was my first video ever on my channel, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And ever since then, like, nothing?
No, not really anything harsh. Just really just like constructive critique and other stuff, which I really appreciate.
Aw, Realm, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That kind of wraps up the questions. Do you have anything that you would like to plug in at the very end?
Subscribe to my channel.
Oh yeah, subscribe to his channel. He has gay midget porn. No, I'm just kidding. He has 6 million lamps for sale, and he does not provide light bulbs, unfortunately. But be sure to get your premium light shades and your A+ wires, I guess. I have no idea. I'm completely making this up on the fly. But yeah, subscribe to his channel. It's actually dope. He's dubbed as one of the top rising best Realm YouTubers right now, very quickly growing, and his stuff is really awesome.
Said by William 2B.
William 12B.
12B.
I have no knuckles to crack, but if I did... Okay, I'm not saying I don't have knuckles. I have hands. But I already cracked my knuckles, so it's not going to work. But if I had knuckles to crack, boy, oh boy, William 12B, do I have a couple words for you.
I I mean, I'm really flattered that he complimented me and all that stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure. Like for your part, it was totally on point. But for the rest, it was like, okay, that's a little bit too much toxicity.
Yeah,
right there,
I agree on that. He went like too far.
He went a little too ham, and he should have went turkey.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a really bad joke. All right, anything else?
From my side, not really.
All right, let's wrap up. Okay, announcements. Thank you to our patrons. We have Klingris, Iodstar, Vincent, Charzakin, Dobby, Adam Shogun, MG Orc, Shek Sazno, Refical, Tomfood 3Cube, Pika, and The Mothership. Thank you all so much for your donations.
Thank you, Boris.
We, or rather I, have taken a bit of a hiatus thanks to the hustle and bustle of my senior year. I was bopping all over the country, but I'll be home until summer starts, because then I'll be in the middle of the woods with no access to anything. Haha. Deca Debrief will no longer continue its weekly episodes. It was quite a bit to handle, and frankly, there's not enough manpower here to manage it, aka I'm the only one who edits this stuff here, so However, that's not to say that we won't be uploading. We are ever excited for the Unity port whenever that comes out, and look forward to creating content for this here dang community on a sporadic basis. So, thank you so much for keeping with us and listening in. I'll try my best to continue to hand you fun, or as interesting as Realm can be, updates and episodes about the Realm community. So, TLDR, even though you didn't read it, you just heard it. Deca Debrief won't be weekly, but we're still going to continue. So hopefully, not as big as a 3-month hiatus that we just had. This was written, produced, and edited by Sam, Erica Starr, and the wonderful staff behind Deca Debrief. We have an email, decadebrief@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries that you would like to send us over, just email us. It can be sponsorships, partnerships, whatever the heck ships, questions, answers, whatever you want. Send them over. We want to give song props to DJ Quad, who is both our intro and our outro, and a shout out to Good Myth Morn, responsible for our lovely thumbnails. Let's also welcome Stargazer, who is our new artistic gal. This has been Deca Debrief, and you can consider yourself debriefing. See you